Hello, Internet. So this morning, I watched this movie called The Endless on Netflix. And I won't go into what it's about or anything like that. If you want to know, you'll watch it. If you don't want to know, then you won't watch it. But I found it to be this extremely profound metaphor for just like life, or the life that most people live. It's like most people, they wake up, eat breakfast, go to work, do work stuff, come home, eat dinner, goof off, sit in front of Netflix and for about 5 hours, or you play a video game for 5 hours, shower, sleep, then repeat the whole thing all over the next day, living the exact same day over and over and over and over and over and calling it life. But is it really life if you're progressing toward anything? I mean, I know I've mentioned this in the past, and that science has basically defined that happiness is making steady, progressive progress toward a goal. So you're only happy when you're making progress. But can you say that you're alive if you're just stagnating, doing the same thing over and over and over and over again? We have a saying for that called "stuck in a rut." And all of a sudden, I'm flashing back to that commercial where somebody's like, hey, dude, you're in a rut. Oh, I thought I was in a groove. I think it's a rut if you're not making progress, but it's a groove if you are making progress. If you're just going through the motions because it's easy to go through the motions and you're not really going anywhere, it's a rut. We need to get out of the rut. Start making progress towards some goal. You pick a goal. And hopefully, if you follow this series from the beginning, you have an idea of how to pick a goal that you would actually enjoy progressing toward. And again, refer back to the dopamine episode. I forget what I titled it. Excuse me. But you getting a goal, achieving a goal, that's not the thing you want to enjoy. I mean, yeah, it's going to be fun to achieve achieve a joel. This is why I don't edit. Sure, it's going to be fun to achieve a goal. I don't know where that came, but that fun is going to last like 2 seconds. You're going to spend a lot more time trying to achieve the goal than actually being there enjoying it. So you need to pick a goal that you're going to enjoy progressing toward day after day, so that the groove doesn't feel like a rut. Because if all you're doing is going somewhere to earn a paycheck and you're not really enjoying it, guess what? You're in a rut. That's a rut. If you're not enjoying it, it's a rut. If you do enjoy it, it's a groove. I like how I started talking about a movie and now I'm talking about a commercial, which is also kind of profound. But anyway. And here we have another loud vehicle out there being rude. Maybe you can hear it, maybe you can't. Sometimes it shows up on the audio, sometimes it doesn't. But anyways, that's something that I did. And by the way, kind of a warning. It's not really a warning, but I mean, kind of a heads up. Eventually, this series will come to an end. I don't know when yet. I mean, really, I want to see, in the field, completely harvested of the corn. I'm thinking of trying to keep the series going until then. But eventually, the series is going to come to an end. Partly because I think it's run its course. Kind of like school doesn't teach. That kind of ran its course. And if you haven't noticed, I'm kind of rehashing the same ideas in this series as that one. But the other reason is I want to start doing something different, not just talking about these things, but also showing you what I'm doing in my life to actually, I'm not just preaching here, I'm living it. So, and because of time issues, I can't do that and this at the same time. But I want to start doing videos showing you guys what I'm doing to get out of my rut. You know, I mean, I've talked about it, but actually showing you in video format what I'm working on, the process that I'm undergoing, and what I'm having to learn, what skills I'm having to develop, and basically that, essentially. It's so be prepared for that. Eventually, this series will come to an end. We won't be out in the cornfield anymore because the corn will be harvested and it will be just a field. And yeah, another series is coming eventually. I don't know when yet. But we all got to get out of the rut and get into a groove.